And here we finally are, after nearly a decade it must be, or nearly, Great Western Festival 3. Now, I've actually been planning a third one for the past maybe year or two now, maybe past couple of years. Um, of course, well, the first one I did was like the first big regional festival gala I did. I know the first one maybe a bit over length, nearly an hour long. It was between 45 minutes to an hour, but still, it was a good success. It turned out well. Getting all the Western region locals together. It was followed by a second one. Uh, Not too long later, and yeah, again, even though it's been quite a while, here we are finally with a third one. Now, first, yes, as you just briefly seen, just to show you this, non-operational static model of Castle Class 5051 Earl Bathurst. Oh yes, just get a nice clear close-up of that nameplate. I had to pick it up and hold it more in the light there for it to focus. A friend gave this to me. It says that was a 1936 GWR 4073 class number. Castle class number 5051 at Earl Bathurst. Although Earl Bathurst wasn't this one's original name. Used to be a run of this one as well as I think she's on now on static display at Didcot, I think. Great Western Railway Didcot. What was this one's original name? Was it Dry's? I don't know. Begins with D, I think. D something Castle. Correct me if I'm wrong. Put it down in the comments if you know this one's original name. Just looked online. Yeah, a bit of research helps. I knew it was Dry something. Dryslewin Castle. That's Welsh. I struggle so. It sounds Welsh, doesn't it? I really struggle to say a lot of Welsh words like that here, but I knew it began with D and Dry something. Yeah, Dryslewin or Dryslewin Castle. Yeah, I wonder when they changed her name to put Earl Bathurst nameplates on her. But again, as you can see, again, even though it's static, it's still 00 scale. It's still 00 scale. The tender there, and she's in BR green livery here. And and the bigger, that's the early crest, isn't it? There, isn't it? Yes, I can get them mixed up sometimes. And quite nicely detailed. She needed a really good clean when I got her here. Obviously it's a static model, so designed to stand on the shelf. Yes, she's not a runner, but yeah, over time on my mate's shelf, she just gathered and was coated in so much dust. I'm not sure how long he'd had her, but all intact, still in very good condition. Again, not sure how old it is, but yeah, she just needed a very good clean, a very good dust over, and again very smart. Again, in a way, it's almost like in real life, almost like looking at a loco that isn't a runner, that's on static display. Before we look at the ones which are runners, again, I've got a DVD called West Somerset Railway Festival of Steam, which was filmed way back in March 2005. And it's when Earl Bathurst was running, and Earl Bathurst visited the West Somerset Railway for that gala. Just a little bit of cat detail. I mean, the detail is kind of similar to Hornby's older Castle class model, a bit like a Capri Castle, which I've got a model from like 15, nearly 20 years ago now, actually. Which came in the Western Pullman set, of course. Yeah. Obviously, the details changed and improved over the past 15 to 20 years, but yeah, very similar detail to the older Castle class model. Right, let's film the runners. And just very quickly, that's where she stands on, on near the top shelf. Yeah. which looks nicely placed there. Starting with, of course, yep, 3717 City of Truro. First here with a light train, light vintage. Of course, not all. Well, because I've got so many, haven't I? But the majority of Great Western locals are going to be shown in this. Now again, as you've briefly already seen, this train includes one of Hornby's brand new, absolutely beautiful four-wheel coaches, which fits in quite well between two larger cholesteric vehicles, and it just looks a period, doesn't it? I'm sure the front, well, around a similar period. It's a full first-class vehicle. This one, four first-class compartments, and they come in all liveries. These coaches, including GWR. Like I said, the LNWR, London North Western, looks smart as well. Definitely a big fan of those four-wheel coaches. How about a full rake of them? Managed to get a few more. They don't come cheap though. They certainly don't come cheap. We have first class, third class, and a baggage vehicle with area for the guard here. Some lovely windows here. Very period looking train. Right, with the train stopped for a minute, let's pick us one of these coaches. This one here, I think it's this one. Yes, yeah, because these are both third-class vehicles. This one has a very clever feature. Just this one here, not all of them sadly, but I can still show you. It came with this. What is it, you may ask? Some of you may already know, but I'll show you. But first we need to make the room darker. I know you can't, well, you can't see anything now, but just give me a second. Let there be light. This coach comes with lighting. It's a shame that all of them don't. Well, I didn't even know that they came, that you could get some with lighting like this. I mean, just look at that. It'd be great if the whole train was lit up. Well, I might be able to get some more of these in the future. I would have maybe a whole rake, or at least a rake of like 3 or 4 of them. But these one with lighting, they are more expensive. The non-lights are about maybe between 25 to 30 £. With lights, they're about 30 to 35 £. One difference here is that it doesn't pick up power from the track like other coaches, like with a few other coaches with lighting which I've got, where as soon as you turn the power on, the lights come on. Instead, that thing I just showed you with the Hornby on it is actually a magnet. It's pretty new, this. I don't know if Hornby have done this before. Basically what you do, just turned on my phone torchlight a second, it makes a lovely shadow. Basically with that magnet, what you do is, well, it doesn't always work first time. It can be a little bit fiddly, so patience is kind of required. To activate it, it's like some sort of chip or sensor thing within the carriage, and Okay, and lights off, and again. I think you have to move it in an exact certain way. It can get quite fiddly. I'll probably get better with more practice over time. It's the first time I've ever had something like this. Anyway, you can sometimes you hear what sounds like a little flicker. It's like they will come on eventually. If you know how to do it better, put it down in the comments. Again, I'm still kind of getting used to it really. But you basically just sort of move it across the roof in a certain way. Like that. See there? I don't know. Sorry, a bit of shadow there. Don't know. Maybe maybe I was just doing it a bit quick. And again, it's one of those things which, well, I guess it's kind of one of those things which takes practice really, just to get it right. It can be fiddly, and you need to be patient with it. But yeah, it's doesn't have pickups to pick up power from the track. It's either like on or off, on or off with this magnet. Again, some sort of sensor switch in the roof, and yes, with a battery. But the battery's apparently got, like, I think of like, from what I read, 200 hours of life. So it lasts a long time. Although obviously, it's not really recommended to leave the lights on all the time though. Switch them off eventually, obviously. but again, it would be great if they all did that. Again, I think you can get first class ones with lighting as well. Not sure about the Guards fan one, but that would look really good. But again, it would cost quite a bit to get a full rake of ones with lights. It's sort of like LED lighting, really. So that's how you turn the lights on and off. Again, first time I've ever had a piece of rolling stock with something like that. Again, I'm pretty sure it's a new thing. I mean, haven't we done that before, where they give it like a magnet thing and the carriage has a battery in? What's the first one I've ever seen? Again, hopefully one day we'll get a few more with lights. I could at least maybe get I don't know, try and get 2 more and have have those with the, sorry, you can't see it, but with the luggage and guards compartment van there. On the way, again, it is pretty light. Bright, should I say? You see the light shining onto the carpet there, and even onto the other track right there. That is just really clever. That surprised me. That, again, I'm still kind of getting used to switching them on and off. Again, sometimes, again, I don't know if you do it a bit quick, you hear what sounds like a noise, like they're trying to switch on, or, well, again, it's I imagine it's just going to take more practice. I'll get used to it over time. Again, if you've got any tips with it, just put them down in the comments if you own one of these coaches in there. But again, when you've never had something like this before, it's kind of going to take getting used to. Again, just have to be patient with it, really. Just be patient and don't panic. It still works, even if they don't want to come on for the first few attempts. There she goes round. I know you can't see the whole train, but this is still really clever, isn't it? You just see the seats through there. Again, best idea, well, just so that you don't drain the battery too much as well. When the train's not running, best switch them off. I mean, a loco with a light and a full rake of these would just look fantastic. But I'll at least try and get at least a couple more of these at some point to show in the near future. And now next, 6002 King William IV. I'm like trying to recreate like a Cornish Riviera Express here. Again, just like back in GWR days, back in Great Western days. The Kings speeding along the Riviera line from Exeter through Dawlish towards Newton Abbot and Plymouth, and eventually onto Penzance on the fantastic Cornish main line. And of course, one highlight of the Cornish route is the fantastic Royal Albert Bridge on the Devon-Cornwall border. For another castle class, 7028 Cadbury Castle from the Western Pullman set. I haven't seen it for a while, have we? Running well. I'm so glad I was able to get this Scala or festival uploaded when I did. Throughout filming it, I was doing so much overtime at work and was pretty knackered a lot of the time, especially when it was really warm outside. Of course, the summer weather where you'd, well, back in the day, take a train like this to the beaches of Devon and Cornwall. Now here is the 94XX and 487. First we're like a short 3-coach like sort of local service on a quiet branch line. Now here she is, bunker first with a light freight. And now for a diesel. Here's the warship, Cambrian.